Let's take a look at the technical settings. Of course, there are many things you can pay attention to, but in this video, I just want to briefly cover the most important points. For the technical settings, we click on Technical in the Assistant settings. Here we can set the maximum call duration, how long the maximum wait time is if the caller stops speaking, and much more. For example, you can decide here whether the audio should be recorded or not. It's important to mention that you should also inform during the call that the call is being recorded. If the caller objects, you can also activate automatic deletion. This means that if the caller is against the recording will also be automatically deleted. If we look further down, you can find the section for technical terms here. Add the respective terms that are frequently used in your context directly here. For example, if it's a bakery with different types of bread, it would make sense to add them here directly so that the AI can more easily understand them. If you look further down, you'll see a few settings that are extremely important for configuring the assistant. We see that the speaking speed is set to a medium-high level. We see that the best results also occur in this range. However, I usually recommend setting the sensitivity to a very low level. What does sensitivity mean? The lower the sensitivity, the lower the potential for interruptions caused by background noise. The higher the sensitivity, the more these background noises are picked up, and interruptions can occur more easily. That's why I recommend a very low level of sensitivity. Creativity itself is not a bad thing either, but the more creatively we use it, the more easily the AI deviates from the actual prompt or from your instructions to the AI. Therefore, in this case as well, I recommend a very low level of creativity in order to achieve the best results here. Last but not least, we also have precise information processing. What that means is not entirely clear to many people, but it is super powerful. Specifically, when you provide examples here, then whenever, for example, an email is mentioned, a more advanced model is also activated. This means that during the call, when an email is mentioned, the AI will say, "I'm noting this down now," and it might take a second longer, but it will be activated as well. This leads to a better result and ensures that the respective information is correctly noted. For example, you can also add names here and simply provide an example. If you scroll further down, there is also a variable extraction feature here. This is only relevant if you really want to extract specific information from a conversation. If that's the case, you can also add it in this format. You can always just add an example so you don't have to adjust the entire format yourself. Once that's saved, you can also add the variable to the email and create an email for yourself with the respective created variable. If you look at the last settings, there are simply settings here that allow you to set up a free call forwarding. That means directly from the prompt. A call forwarding can take place. Sending dial tones allows the assistant to record tone codes, so when someone presses a key combination on the keypad, it can capture that as well. Interrupting the start message is something I already mentioned in the first video. And that always needs to be enabled so that everything runs smoothly. And last but not least, also allow international forwarding. For example, if you are based in Germany but also want to allow forwarding to Switzerland, then it is important that you enable this setting so that the forwarding works smoothly.